Hello. We'll be starting in just a moment. Have a few more people dropping in. I always appreciate that. See if I can light this up a little better. Excuse me. All right, that's a little better. Well, let's get started. Hi, I am Alonzo Bowden. I want to welcome you to the SoapBox, the place where you can rant, rave, complain, or even compliment. It is up to you. It is your soapbox. I'm going to start it off, give you a few things that are on my mind, bugging me, and things I'm dealing with. Then you can jump in and go wherever you want. I think the first thing I want to talk about is the ridiculous use of the word allegedly. Now, I get it. I get it. I understand the concept of innocent until proven guilty. I understand where, they don't want trials in the media and this and that. But when a gunman goes to a black neighborhood, to a black grocery store, kills black people, has a manifesto with this whole white nationalist, racist, whatever idea he has, after having been already in a mental hospital for threatening to do this in the past, it is not allegedly racial terrorism. All right. It is not allegedly a racist act. Call it what it is. Call it what it is from the start. It was a racial attack against black people. It was just annoying and insulting to anyone's intelligence to see all of those news outlets talking about allegedly racial. What part of racist manifesto, I have a gun, I'm going to kill black people, did you not understand? What part wasn't racist? This is, I don't know, maybe is this what people are talking about the woke culture? Have we reached a point where they don't want to hurt the feelings of a racist mass murderer by calling him a racist mass murderer? I don't know. But I just know that for the first 2 days of this story, it annoyed the hell out of me whenever they tried to qualify it. That's what they tried to allegedly could, and listen, they have to start calling these things terrorists. Okay, it's a terrorist act. That's what it is. It's if it happened in the Middle East, okay, then it would be terrorist attacks church or mosque or temple or whatever the case may be. If it happened anywhere else by anyone else, so would they please stop trying to sugarcoat this shit and call it what it is, terrorism? And then I'm not going to go into the aftermath and everything else, the horrificness of it, if that's even a word. The all the talk by the politicians, which to me is all just talk. They're not going to do anything. My view on that is, listen, Sandy Hook. Okay, if we didn't do anything about mass murder and gun violence after a bunch of kids got killed at an elementary school, and when I say we, I mean the government, I mean the lawmakers, whoever you want to look at. Nothing's going to be done now, and I'm not going to go down that whole rabbit hole. It's just the media attempting to, I don't know, qualify it, soften the blow, protect his feelings, whatever the hell they were doing. Enough with the allegedly, okay? And don't, was it a racist act? Really? Yes, it was. Okay, just call it what it is. All right, that's all I'm going to say about that. The other thing that I did this week, I bought a car, and I that's not new for me. I like cars. I trade, buy, sell, trade, whatever. But a friend of mine and I were talking about it, and he said something that's really true. Why is it that the car sales industry, car dealers, car salespeople, etc., go out of their way to make something that should be fun as difficult and annoying as possible. They ruin the experience. In my case, I went to this dealer. The salesman was cool. He wasn't the guy I talked to on the phone. Okay. You know how the game is played. You call in on the phone. Some guy answers the phone, or a woman, some person answers the phone, and they say, "Hey, ask for me when you get here." And I get that. It's a commission business. I don't mind doing that. So I get there. I ask for the person. That person's not there. Another person. I'm his partner, whatever. Shows me the cars, test drives, all of that stuff. I pick out a car. I got it. I'm ready to go. Now, my credit union has already approved the financing, the whole thing. All the credit union needs is a purchase order on the car, and they will print a check, and I will go pick up the car. Now, in any other business, a transaction is that simple. Oh, you like this one? Yes. Oh, here's money. Oh, here, take it. Okay, that's how it's done. Okay, now I understand with cars, there's a lot of legal documents that have to be signed and all. That's all fine. I understand that. This is what happens. The salesman who I talked to, this was on Sunday, apparently he's not at work Monday. Who knew? Okay, but he didn't tell anybody about the deal. So now I'm talking to someone else, this woman who works there, and before she started to run around, I said, "Listen, I'm trying to give you money." And she said, "Okay, I'm going to find a deal. I just need your name and your email. I'm going to email you the contract, whatever." I give her my name, give her my email. Now, this is the second person who's taken my information, name, phone number, and email, right? Don't hear from her for a couple of hours. Credit union's like, "Hey, do you want this check? We need the purchase order." Now, here's something that never happens, okay? They lowered the price of the car by $300. While I was in the midst of the transaction, the price lowered because it's a big dealership, and this is what they do when cars sit on a lot a certain time. I guess this was the day it was going to be lowered. So they give me a purchase order. I'm like, "No, I'm not paying that price. I'm paying $300 less." And they said, "Can you verify that?" And I send them their own email that was sent to me telling me the price of the car was less. They're like, "Oh, okay. We have to generate a new purchase order at the lower price." They another hour or whatever. They do that. Now I'm talking to the original salesman I talked to on the phone. All right. Are you following it? This is what I'm talking about. This is what a pain in the ass it is to give them money. Now I'm talking to this guy, and he says, of course, "Excuse me, can I have your name and your driver's license?" And I'm like, "Do you guys not have email? Do you not talk to each other? You're all in the same building. You're literally cubicle to cubicle, yet you're asking me to connect you with the info." I send him the info. He does another purchase order. Now, here's another thing salespeople do. And I have a friend, by the way, who is a huge businessman, very successful, worth millions and millions of dollars. And one of the things he says he learned really quick in business is you got to learn to take yes for an answer. When someone says yes to the deal, shut up and close the deal. Don't do anything else. Well, these people had a hard time taking yes for an answer because they stopped listening. I tell them how much I'm going to put down as a down payment. Do you think they put that in the contract? No, they write the contract with zero down payment. Guess what we have to do now? Write another contract. Now it's 2:00 in the afternoon and I'm supposed to get the check. The credit union closed at 4. I was like, it's really hard to get the check after the credit union is closed. So how about we get this done? And mind you, this is not 1987. This is just a couple of keystrokes on a computer and it prints it out. It doesn't even print it out. You just do a PDF and send it. So it's not like I'm asking you to sit there and write a new contract. So after 6 hours, 3 salespeople, 4 contracts, I finally got the PO needed to get the check. I go down there. Everything's ready, Alonzo. We'll have you out of here in no time. 3 hours in finance because it's the car industry. When they wonder why people don't want to buy cars, when they wonder why people hate car salesmen in the car industry, this is why. No other business does this. And I mean, I'm okay with it because I know this is their bullshit and it's what they do. But they ruin the experience that you would otherwise have on something that's supposed to be fun, supposed to be excited. You're getting a new car. Instead, everyone I know, it's like, I want a new car, but I hate the process. So that's it. I'm done. What do you got? What's going on with you this week? You having a good week? You having a Probably not. If you're here, you're probably not having the greatest week. You probably have a little something you'd like to chat about. Well, the soapbox is yours, so jump on up. We always have a slow start on this show. There's always a moment of silence for the annoyances we're dealing with. And then people jump in. We're here. Come on. Jump on the soapbox. Just checking in, seeing how many of the usual suspects are visiting. We are going to have a very short show, people. I can't just sit up here bitching and moaning about everything. One of you's got to have something. You know what my next rant's going to be? People who come to the soapbox with nothing to complain about. Oh, I can't stand it. Do we have anything going on? I'm going to just keep it open for a few minutes. We're going to see what we can do. And on a positive note, here's something. As many of you know, I have a Great Dane, the Hulk. He's right behind me sleeping. There's a new Guinness World Record for height of Great Dane. There's a 7-foot tall Great Dane out there. On his hind legs, he's 7 feet tall. That is a bit bigger than mine. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's one of the good stories that I've seen this week. Happy to see a 7-footer. Anybody else? Let's see, what do we got? Okay. Well, like I said, this may be a shortened episode this week. I'm not going to be able to do next week. The next couple of weeks, I'm going to be traveling and not able to do the show. But just wanted to see how we do today, see if we get some participation. And it looks like everyone's having a great week, which, listen, I'm happy to hear that. Happy for you. Glad you don't have anything to complain about. Life gets to be a pain. Man, I wish I could learn more from my dog how to let it all go and relax. I still don't understand why people say it's a dog's life, like that's a bad thing. From where I'm sitting, not bad at all. All right, everyone. I appreciate you tuning in. We're just going to have a very abbreviated show this week because this show really doesn't work without participation, and you're under no obligation to participate. We came, we tried, it didn't exactly work. This is Alonzo Bowden. I'm on the soapbox. You can find me at alonzobowden.com. You know, I've been doing these videos for Rebel HQ, which you can find on the TYT network, tyt.com. And this weekend, to those of you who like Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me, I'll be doing Wait, Wait. So I'll see you out there on some other media, or we'll see you back here on the next soapbox.